Hello, everyone. Welcome to our podcast 7 Minutes with Viseven. My name is Ola. I'm HR located in Poland. And today we will keep talking about our PACE values. And the letter is for today is A, which is agility. And I have a great pleasure to move today to Romania to meet our head of primary sales, Daniel Stepa.
Yeah.
Daniel, I started saying that you were Romanian, that you were working in a Ukrainian company. And the first question is like how you're dealing with that you are cooperating and you're leading a team that is like starting from the Philippines to Moldova, even in the different places. So, Daniel, how you are making those different peoples that are separate individuals that sometimes feel like alone in their countries, how you make them feel like a real team that can like go and achieve the goal that you set up.
First of all, I would say it's total coincidence or it's random, but my hometown is located on the border with Ukraine, so we actually have a bridge kind of in the downtown Sighetul Marmației, where we usually have light traffic like bicycle traffic. So we do have a minority, so it's not something. I do have Ukrainian friends, so the culture is pretty much the same. We have the same way of looking at things. So me integrating in the
Mhm.
company was pretty easy. Now, working and engaging with the team worldwide, yeah, definitely it's a challenge. I really wanted to. Usually, most of us in Europe, Central Europe, Eastern Europe, we do have a lot of exposure with Western civilization. Let's call it Western Europe, the USA, because there's the usual go-to market. So we are watching the Western culture, movies, Netflix, everything around revolves usually
Sure.
around that. So we are more familiarized, if I might say it. But then, whenever we are developing new territories, of course, we are discovering new business cultures. I would say I wouldn't dare to say that we understand from the distance truly a culture. I mean, at least the business culture we need to
Of course.
understand. From my point of view, especially APEC, I would say APEC is the most diverse because we call it Asia Pacific, but usually, it's not one region. It's there are so many differences that you need to break it down and understand and be. From my point of view, what it takes from me is being super mindful and trying to acknowledge that I know way less than I used to know in other organization or in other markets, knowing my limits, listening more than I'm speaking because I gotta learn and it's in my interest.
Mm,
Listening to our colleagues,
yeah.
reading a lot, acknowledging that you're back in your rookie years. You might be an expert in your field or whatever, but whenever you're moving to a new territory, you gotta acknowledge, yeah, I'm a junior when it comes to a new region. The approach, right? At the end of the day, business is business. It's about
Hmm.
two organizations that are trying to find a means of collaborating that suits them all. But how you are developing, how you are engaging different layers, different roles, that's always fascinating. So yeah, I'm trying to be super humble.
We are multicultural and multinational, but we are also working mostly remote. So you had the possibility to meet only a few people, and I wanted to ask you like how like it is and how you are handling the idea of like everyone feels that they have some personal touch from you as their leader, mm, and how to collaborate with the remote.
We are trying to be engaged without exaggerating, right? I mean, the first reflex is to have numerous meetings, teams. Sometimes it's business, sometimes it's
Hmm.
personal. There's always a balance, even in those. You can overkill it. Thank God. I think at least the 4 years brought us a little bit of composure. And I remember 2020, 2021, they were a little bit heavy on the meetings. Everyone felt the need of, yeah, we need to stay connected. And at one point it was like, yeah, it might be too much. So I'm trying to be mindful
Yeah,
about
yeah.
it, to understand the specific example of my colleague. Is it a new experience? Yes or no? Of course, keeping constant contact is super important. It's not only through meetings. We have messages, all kind of messaging systems, and at the end of the day, yeah, we need to try to find the beneficial and the efficient way of going outside of our home or co-work or wherever, right? There are cases in which we can work from cafes or co-works, and that means conferences, events, exhibitions, something in that specific area. And we do try, and we will manage to have each sales professional attend at least one event per year, at least one.
How do you keep like your pace? So it's like your free zone, like your, yeah, I don't want to say sanity because it's a bit a
No,
big
no, no,
word,
it is.
but you know what keeps you calm, you know?
uh,
It's from your
yeah,
personal
I
life.
mean, in sales, when you're drawing the line, you have way more losses than successes, right? So you gotta have another process
Yeah.
behind it. And for me, yeah, I think, I've been in B2B sales from, I don't know, since 2005, I think. So, of course, in order to keep your sanity, you got to have a precise work-life balance. I mean, to understand where does work end and where does life start. And also, I would say a process. I always try to focus on and acknowledge what I can control and what I don't control. That have so family is my anchor, truly. So whenever I have time, I mean, my free time is dedicated to them. And yet, I mean, my hobby is running and by going also biking, but I get to do a little bit less and less. So I'm trying to regain control over that part because it's truly therapeutic. I would say more so than the physical part is the emotional part, and you just let go, listen to some music, and go
Yes, yes.
somewhere.
We can wrap for today. So I wanted to thank you again, Dan, because like you brought very like insightful like ideas of yours out, and I hope that you will be really listened. So if you guys want to like keep track of our podcast, we will be trying to roll one every single month with our amazing colleagues from V7. So let's stay tuned on our LinkedIn or wherever you can find us on YouTube, and have an amazing day. Thank you very much.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.